Ever wondered what it's like to live a life surrounded by motorbikes in the biker world? Let's take a ride on the wild side and delve into the life of Stephen Moons, or as he's better known, Bels. His journey began quite modestly with the purchase of a second-hand rat bike. This wasn't just a means of transportation, it was the ignition of a lifelong passion. From a young age, Stephen was captivated by the allure of motorbikes. The roar of the engine, the feel of the wind against his face, the sense of freedom and camaraderie that comes with being part of the biker world, it was all intoxicating. That first rat bike was much more than a piece of machinery. It was a ticket to an entirely new world, a world where he could express his love for the open road and the brotherhood that comes with it. And so, with the purchase of his first rat bike, Stephen's lifelong love affair with motorbikes began. Stephen journeyed from a humble rat bike rider to owning not one but two Harley-Davidsons. That's right, our very own Stephen, known as Bels, traded his old second-hand rat bike for the growling engines and gleaming chrome of Harley-Davidsons. His journey was not without its bumps and potholes, but his passion for the biker world kept him firmly in the saddle. Every twist of the throttle, every mile covered, brought him closer to his dream. The rat bike served as a stepping stone, a faithful companion that introduced him to the thrill of the open road, the camaraderie of fellow bikers, and the sound of an engine roaring beneath him. But the allure of the Harley-Davidsons was irresistible. The iconic brand, synonymous with freedom and rebellion, became his ride of choice. Today, he doesn't just ride these magnificent beasts, he owns them. Now, Stephen is the proud owner of two Harley-Davidsons, a testament to his dedication and passion for the biker world. But the biker world is not just about the bikes, it's about the community. Stephen holds a position of respect as the Sergeant of Arms in the Wild Side MCE Club. In the heart of the biker community, Stephen, also known as Bels, is a figure of authority and reverence. His journey has led him to the Wild Side MC Club, an old-school motorcycle club nestled in the northern reaches of Belgium. This is where he dons the mantle of the Sergeant of Arms, a role of immense responsibility and honor. As the Sergeant of Arms, Stephen is the guardian of the club's security, ensuring that every member upholds the club's values both inside and outside the clubhouse. He maintains the order, ensuring respect and honor are shown to all. The role demands vigilance and commitment, with duties that extend around the clock. As Sergeant of Arms, Stephen ensures the security and respectful behavior of all members, making his role a 24/7 job. Beyond the biker world, Stephen shares his life with his loving wife, Sonia, who also rides a motorbike. This isn't just a tale of shared hobbies, but a story of shared passions, interests, and a shared life. Together they are more than just a married couple. They are partners on the open road, living out their mutual love for motorbikes. But Stephen and Sonia's shared journey doesn't end on the tarmac. Every day they tackle the world together as self-employed ground workers. In the same way they navigate the roads on their bikes, they navigate life's challenges hand in hand. Their work, like their passion for motorbikes, is another testament to their shared dedication and commitment. Life beyond bikes for Stephen isn't just about work and marriage. It's about living a life infused with the same principles, camaraderie, and respect he holds dear in the biking world. Stephen's life, both within and beyond the biker world, is a testament to his love for motorbikes, his dedication to his community, and his devotion to his wife,
to be. I guess I'll fuck it up again. I just wanna be 18 again. What's gonna break it down? All you do is hang out with your friends.
Okay, before we start, I'm just going to see about changing the scenery a little bit.
Yeah.
We don't know, I don't think. So normally when I click now, I will change it with some AI.
Hey, what?
AI, artificial intelligence.
Okay.
Alright then, let's go back to normal. Okay, so we're here with Bels' man cave.
Yeah.
Mr. Moons, most people know you, but Bels is your name in the motor world.
Yeah.
Which has been for a long time.
It's been for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've known you in total 12, 13 years. Something like that. When you was with another club, but we'll come to that. Let's first start with your young life.
My young life.
Your young life.
Yeah.
So you was born here in this part of Belgium, which is known as Limburg.
A little bit further away, but in Limburg, yeah. I had a very loving parents, nice youth, and all these strange days of today were not having much playing outside. It was wonderful.
Yeah, when you could go out to play and you want interesting computer games and mobile phones, etc.
We didn't have that shit.
Yeah. And you was the only child, or you got brothers?
I have 2 sisters, and I'm the youngest. They're 3 and 4 years older than I am.
Yeah, and you get on good with them.
Yeah.
I'm also the younger brother. Because I have an older brother and that lot, but I always think it's the youngest who becomes the rebel.
In my case, that's 100%.
Yeah.
My parents were both working in school like teachers, and like my father was a head of a school, and everybody in the little village where we live could become a biker or a rebel, but not his son.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Yeah,
There I was.
Yeah. And how do they react towards it, or how did they react?
In the beginning, they just thought I would ride a motorbike for 2 or 3 years, then have children and stop with that, and just like a period, you know, going from your youth to adult. And when I was living with my parents, my mother said everybody dies on a motorcycle, and I wasn't allowed to have one. So she said, like most of them people said in that time, they said, as long as you are living here, you will not ride a motorcycle. Once you're married, you do whatever you want. So I married and bought a bike.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your first bike, because I said in the intro it was a rat bike, but
no, it was not a rat bike. I bought, not really knowing what I was buying, but I had the chance to buy Yamaha XS 650, a very nice 2-cylinder, and it was when I had it I started to know things about it, and then it was a really a bike that they use a lot for building shoppers and things like that. I went to in that time also to Big Twin Motor Sale when it was at the old location, and there I learned that there were a lot of choppers built around that kind of bike. So I owned 3 of them. The first one, and then the second and the third one I had together because I built my own chopper, and the second bike I had was together with the third bike because it had to be a tonneau motor. but it was too good to
Oh,
donor motor
Yeah.
for the shopper, but it was too good to tear apart. So I made that my winter bike because I always went to my work. I was not working for myself at the time. I was working for a boss in industry, and I always rode my bike to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time. I worked there for 4 years before they knew you also own a car.
So you said you built a chopper, then that was an hardtail frame and everything?
It was looking like a hardtail frame, but the thing was going the other way. It was with a monoshock down low, below the seat. And I bought it on Bels from a vehicle in Utrecht. Yeah, it was a start pin frame. And, it was meant to swap all the things from a stock XS650 to that frame.
Yeah.
But then it looked like it was driven against the tree. So I changed the brake and I did
The angle of the forks.
the angle of the forks, yeah.
Yeah.
So and then I rode it like a fender from a cruiser, a ducktail, and a Mustang tank on it.
Nice.
Longer front ends, ape hangers on it.
Yeah. Well, we'll include a photo. So people can see what that looked like.
I still don't have much photos, but that's the one I have.
Yeah. Nowadays with digital photos, it's always easy to keep photos. But in the old days, the old-fashioned photos.
Yeah, I don't have really much from those old days.
No.
Not before the digital photos.
Yeah, and with being a bike and a rebel, you didn't really give a shit about taking photographs.
No. Sometimes we had a disposable camera.
Yeah.
But sometimes we disposed it before it was meant to dispose.
Yeah. But what I remember, you also told me that you spent quite a lot of time in France when you were young.
Yeah, because my parents were both school teachers.
Yeah.
And they always had 2 months off in summer.
Yeah.
And we had like a village in France, in Normandy, where we always went during the summer vacation. So I had my friends over there. I had like a second family over there. I went fishing with an old fisherman every week, sometimes every day.
Yeah.
They learned me to drink Calvados and pastis when I was at really young age.
So it's the French fault that you drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you speak fluent French.
I used to. Yeah. I don't use it often enough, but once I'm speaking French, it just takes me half an hour or an hour, and it gets fluently again. I'm not good in German. I'm better in French.
Yeah.
Most people here speak also German. But,
especially in this area of Belgium.
Yeah. I don't.
No, I don't. I'm a real Englishman. I'm happy I can speak enough Flemish to get by, but
I know Oerloop and Biergarten.
I'm bitter. That's for me as well. And of course, now you're married to Sonia, who is also rides a bike and everything. A bike and chick.
Well, she was my colleague at work.
Yeah.
And I worked there for her. And her first day, she drove up the parking lot, and she saw my home-built chopper, and she thought about it. So I have to get to know the man who comes with the chopper.
Yeah,
that's how we met.
Okay, so she fell in love with the bike before the guy.
Yeah, kinda. We don't put it that way, but
that one don't work.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I have a few.
Yeah, of course. They're not all your own.
Yeah, but that don't have to come on the film that I'm the biggest lighter stealer in the club.
Yeah.
But you was married before Sonia as well.
Yeah. I was married for almost 10 years, I think. Well, 8 years when we separated, but it took 2 years to separate.
And you have children?
Yeah, I have 2 sons. I'm not in contact with anymore. But they're almost 30. They're like 27 and 29 from this summer.
Yeah.
And that marriage wasn't going so well. And I was being part of club Iron Horses International.
Yeah.
And I was prospecting there. And did a lot of kilometers with them, and because they're international, we're going to Germany, to Italy,
Yeah, because the Iron Horses, they have chapters in England, in Germany, in Italy, and of course Belgium.
Yes, and after my period with Iron Horses, they extended to South America, and
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I got my nickname.
Yeah.
My nickname is Bels, and because I'm living here at 3 minutes from the border.
Yeah.
I was living in the same village here, but not in the same house. It's just 2 minutes from here, and I was the only Belgian guy who was part of the Holland chapter.
Yeah.
They don't have chapter in Holland anymore.
Yeah.
But at that time they did, and I was part of that chapter. And when they say in slang, there's the Bels.
Yeah.
There's the Bels, the Belgian guy, the Bels.
The Bels, yeah.
So they said, you're the Bels.
Okay, so that's how you got your name.
That's how I got my name, and I still kept my name, and I was Lucky Wildside said, that will remain your nickname, because another nickname after all those years wouldn't work.
But I believe you left Iron Horses because of the problems of your marriage at the time.
I was obviously very young. I was taking my first steps in the MC world. I had to learn a lot, like everybody who takes his first steps. And I still am learning every day. But then I had to learn a lot. And when marriage was going down, everything that went wrong was blamed on my lifestyle and motorcycle driving. And so I decided, together with the club decided together with me that it was maybe better to stop in the club and try to put that marriage at home. The life at
get
home
your private
back
life
on tracks,
Yeah.
and maybe from that point look further on. Well, then we decided to split ways, but I never lost contact with them, and
No, even now you're still
yeah,
very close.
of course.
They came to our birthday party
yeah.
and everything.
The former president of that chapter is also a long time not longer in that club or in the club whatsoever. But he attended the party, he's still from Germany. They came
Yeah.
And from Belgium, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now there's only one chapter, I believe, in Belgium.
Two chapters. Yeah, there's one in Zeebrugge.
Yeah, that's the main one.
And
I
there's
know.
one in Mons Berg,
Yeah.
the French
French
side.
talking, yeah.
Yeah,
So we don't know that so much. Well, you do. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's like-
but they attended also my 50th birthday.
Yeah.
5 years ago. Yeah.
But when I first met you, you were in another club, the Carnivores.
Yes, that's right.
You were the secretary, like I was the secretary at that time for the Wild Side. So, like I say, that was about 12, 13 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't really know how long it was ago. But between Iron Horses and Carnivores, I was a long time without the club, but always visiting the biker scene, going to several clubs, going to rallies. And at one point, we decided to found our own club, starting as a little front patch. And then going the charity like you should do that. And we became an official support for
one of the major clubs.
One of the major clubs, yeah. And I was at the table when we founded the club, but my private life didn't give me the chance at that moment to step in. So I stepped in at a later moment. So I was a partner there like everybody else after the founding.
And was it then a back patch club? Because when I knew the Carnivores, there was a 3-patch.
Well, when I joined, it was the first back patch. It was a 1-piece back patch. Then we went to a bottom rocker with a patch. So let's call that 2-piece. And then we became 3-piece and MC. That was I think it was 1.5 years or something like that before we unfortunately
had to stop the club.
Had to stop the club. We stopped the club.
You decided all together.
We didn't really have the numbers of members who had enough spare time to put in the club and live that lifestyle like we couldn't do our obligations
as a
support club. We couldn't do that the right way like you were supposed to. And we didn't want to do it halfway.
But then you left, and as I know you, like I says, thing, you basically sort of put yourself in left where you kept out of.
I did that for myself, So the club stopped. We were all like left or good standing. It was not a problem. We could go anywhere we wanted to go. But I come from far in the NC world, and I know how things come in for the other clubs, and I didn't want to cause any stress or anything, and so I stayed like I wouldn't put it like I put myself left, but I stayed in
as a free
low
biker.
profile. Because I didn't visit any club or event or whatsoever for I think almost a year.
Because at this time you're married with Sonia and you're also self-employed. doing groundwork, garden work, general laying driveways, parkings, putting up fences and
Putting up fences, driveways, that's what
and
we do,
things
yeah.
like that. And then, but we always kept contact.
Yeah, of course.
So then, eventually, you started coming more and more to biker events and coming to the wild side again.
Yeah, the wild side was. I really always felt a connection with the wild side, with you and the other guys.
Yeah.
And
I was never
it
sober
was-
when I came to the carnival.
yeah. But it was a club like I thought. I still think an old school club should
Yeah.
be. And after that year, or almost a year, I don't remember. The first club I visited again was Wildside.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I came there and everybody said like it was like a warm welcome. It
Yeah.
was a little bit like coming home.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah. They said, hey, I thought we were never going to see you again. I said, yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
And then I rode with you guys for a few years without really participating the club, but
Yeah.
participating all the things you did, and
Yeah.
I went.
You joined in when we went places. And
Yeah.
You came to England with us.
Yeah, several times.
Several times.
Several times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made party there,
Yeah.
so they really remember me from that time.
Yeah, and I know Sonia also felt herself at home. And
Yeah.
that, so
Yeah, of course. I'm convinced that if you don't have the right relationship to combine that in your life as a club interest or a club member,
yeah.
there's one of them two that won't succeed.
Yeah.
Or it is your marriage, or it is your marriage relationship.
Yeah, it's a give and take in both things.
Yeah.
But they've got to merge a little bit together. Right?
Yeah. So this time I'm together with Sonia for 23 years. We are married for 18 years, and for your second marriage, you really know what not to do or choose.
Yeah,
you
hopefully.
learned that from your former marriage, and
You learn from
she
your
was
mistakes.
she was into that world also, and before we knew each other, she was also attending biking parties,
Yeah.
and in that time, in her neighborhood, it was like whiskey drivers and things like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good for both of us because we both like a whiskey. Yeah.
yeah. And that's how it's rolling now, and it's my life is okay.
Yeah.
But also I'm a simple man. Don't need big things or
No, I mean, as people have seen, you live on a farm, even though it's not your farm, but
yeah.
you live on a farm with cows and everything.
Yeah.
You run it, well, you feed the cows, as we've also seen.
Yeah.
You can keep all your material because you've got
My machinery is in the hangar.
bobcats and everything for doing everything.
Yeah, and I really like to. It shows here also. It's the man cave, but the man cave is outside. We have a nice stove,
Yeah.
but I really like living outside.
Yeah.
Also with the bike, I love riding when it's like stormy, almost raining, dark clouds.
I'm too old for that shit now.
Wind in your face. I really like that.
Yeah.
I don't like the rain. Who likes the
No,
rain
no.
on the bike? But I like those things.
Yeah.
But I'm a summer guy.
But the wild side, that's always been a club that rolled in the mud and that lot. We don't have any airs or graces or show for anything. We're an old school club.
Yeah.
If we get dirty, we get dirty.
If we get dirty, we get dirty.
Yeah, and we don't really care about that. The main thing is drink a beer and ride your bike
Yeah.
and see what happens, basically. You know?
Yeah.
We keep it away from the politics.
We go with the flow.
Yeah.
We all like sitting near a campfire and having a beer
Yeah.
or two.
Yeah, I mean, people can see that with our clubhouse now. We've got a redneck shack in the middle of the woods with campfires and everything, and a bit like your man cave here.
Yeah, and it's a really important thing that we feel like we are like a second family, but a family by choice.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we keep it small, is because everyone's got to fit into the family.
Yeah.
And it's important, I think, for not only the members but also the women and the supporters that all come, that we all have that clicker, that we all like the same thing.
Everybody is unique, and we love it that everybody is unique, but you have to fit in.
Yeah. And that's the same with any sort of relationship you have with friends or family. Everyone's got their own individuality, but
course.
everyone has to get on.
Yeah. Your family you can't choose, but this family you can choose.
Yeah.
It's a family by choice.
Yeah. And of course, I think it's just over a year now that you was elected to be the Sergeant of Arms of the club.
I don't really recall. I don't count the months or the years. It's not so important.
No, that's true.
I'm the sergeant. Yeah, maybe for 1 year. I don't know. Maybe it was January. So almost a year.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. So mostly the people who don't really know, the aim of a sergeant is to check the security. Also, when we are out, to keep the security safe. When we're visiting somewhere else, to make sure everyone behaves themselves like they should do.
Yeah, I think in a club like Outside, it's not really the main thing about the security. Also, it's a task from the sergeant, but it's more the order, the behave from other clubs, the behave from us to other clubs, getting along.
Especially when there's been a neutral club, because we do have sometimes 1 or 2 major clubs visiting us that would not normally sit on a bar together, but luckily for us they do, and they get on.
Or bar or campfire they do.
Which makes us quite unique in Belgium as well. So you've got two Arles at the moment.
Yeah.
I say at the moment because you're planning to sell the CVO.
Yeah, maybe I have some other plans for the future. This is not the right time to sell a bike, but can always try.
Yeah.
But after my 3 Yamaha XS650s, I bought the shovelhead right after the divorce. So I think I own it for like 22 years now.
Yeah.
It was still a young lady when I met her.
Yeah. How old is the
It is 1980. 1980, yeah. So it's 44 years now. I own it for 22 years.
it's a
So
long time,
it was not such an old bike when I bought it. It was only 22 years old. For a shovelhead, it was not an old bike. I wrote it like I have the other one for a little bit more than 5 years now.
Yeah.
So it was my only bike for 17 years, and I think I rode it for 250,000 kilometers.
Nice.
I went with it to Spain, Italy, France, Germany,
Everywhere. Yeah,
everywhere.
That's one plus point of living in Belgium. It's whichever way you go, you've got another land you can explore. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 5 years ago, I bought electro-glide CVO with a Screaming Eagle motor in it.
Yeah.
And I just bought it for the comfort and for the long ways and for the driving to bad weather, rain. It's got a heated seat and it's got heated
Handle grips.
grips, and you can take some stuff with you that stays dry.
Yeah. Which
it's
is different to the shovel head.
Yeah, it's a real comfortable bike. It's a little bit odd for me. It's a little bit strange for me.
Yeah.
I'm more attached to the shovel head. That's really my bike.
Yeah.
And this one, you can exchange to another comfortable bike. I love riding it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you ride more than 5 kilometers an hour, you can handle it. If you are going really slow, it's heavy. But I got used to it, and I ride it more and more than in the beginning. And if I have to go somewhere,
especially with Sonia with you.
yeah, if she rides with me on the back, it's a nice bike. It's comfortable. If I have to go now to 250 kilometers further, I would take that bike.
Not the shovel head.
If we're riding with a club and going to a biker event, to a meeting, to another old school club, I prefer to go with my shovel head. It's more
you.
It's more me. It represents more the biker lifestyle. The other one is more like I'm a dentist and I want to ride a bike, so I buy that one. Everybody says, "Oh, that's a nice bike."
Because you're not the only one in the club. Piotr is also a member of the club, and he's also got a shovel head.
Yeah.
His breaks down more than not, I think, but that's
not a nice thing to say.
I know, but that's for another film.
But I enjoy it more when we are on the road and I am riding with the others, or it's like old school bikes together, flying our colors. That's the lifestyle. That's what always gave you the kick in the ass.
I'm happy just to be on two wheels and just to know I have to just go out and press a button and my fat boy will start. And I've got no problems with it. But I know nothing about mechanics. So.
Well, my shovel is really well maintained by a really good friend of mine who knows it inside out. And he started drag racing with the shovel at the times.
Drag racing?
Drag racing, that was the newest bike from Harley. It was before the Evo existed. So,
the Evo engine.
So if you did drag race on a Harley, it would be a shovel head, obviously. So and he is still drag racing, but now it's in the class like funny bike. He has a bike with 1,000 horsepower. It's really crazy. But he is maintaining his racing, his hobby with doing maintenance for others.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so,
it's an expensive hobby, of course.
Yeah, so I go there and he keeps it really good. And in all those years, I only broke down at the side of the road and not getting home with it. Only one time, and it was really in the beginning that I had it, I blew a head gasket. But after that, it always brought me home.
I can remember you respraying it and redoing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long ago. It seems many years ago now.
Yeah, it was a good friend of mine who makes graffiti.
Yeah.
And he was with in the time of the carnivores. He was in the bar crew. He had like a sport crew.
Yeah.
Called it the bar crew.
Yeah.
It's good for black and red bar crew, and he does those graffiti enormous. It's great what he makes. It was the first bike he gave another look, and he did that for me, and it turned out really good.
It certainly did. It's a nice bike and eye-catcher, what a lot of people look at whenever we go somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's so. When it was ready, we gave it the name, the style.
Yeah.
It was the barn find look.
The car find.
The barn find look.
Yeah. My bike's called Hillary, but that's just a name that I give it, Hillary the Harley.
Yeah.
I give every bike I own, I name when I had my bike before the Harley was a Triumph, it was Tina the Triumph.
Tina the Triumph? Yeah.
Which I still miss, but there you go, that's another story.
I'll make us both.
Hang on, we'll finish off, so we'll sit down again and we'll finish the thing and then...
Yeah. We did that for the finishing.
Oh, I did? Yeah,
I
okay.
put in a drink and...
Yeah, okay. So we'll finish off with a toast. You will with the top flying around. It's strange because I hate resolution. I hate talking on my own thing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine us meeting up much without having a drink.
Brothers forever.
Brothers forever.
Wild side forever. Forever wild side.
Yes. Cheers.